Alright, so alligators and other reptiles don't use their enough metabolic energy to keep their body temperatures constant. They cool off at night and must warm up again in the morning when the sun comes out. Suppose a 300 kilogram alligator with an early morning body temperature of 25 degrees Celsius is absorbing radiation from the sun at the rate of 1200 watts. How long will it take the alligator to warm up to a more favorable 30 degrees Celsius? So from the question, we know a lot of things already. We know the mass of the alligator is 300 kilograms. We know the initial temperature is 25 degrees Celsius. We know the power, or the amount of heat absorbed per unit time, as 1200 watts or 1200 joules per second. And we know the final temperature as 30 degrees Celsius. So let's go ahead and find out what time it will take for the alligator to absorb that energy. So we have enough already in our question to figure out the amount of heat absorbed by Q equals MC change in T. C is the specific heat of the alligator. Now the question asked us to assume that the specific heat of the alligator is the same as the specific heat of a mammal. So we know that to be 3400 joules per kilogram Kelvin. That is a value of specific heat of a human being or another mammal. And the change in temperature is 30 degrees minus 25, so that's 5 degrees Celsius or Kelvin, doesn't matter. They're both linear scales. And the mass is given to us as 300 kilograms. So I'm just canceling out units here. And this will give us a heat in joules of 5.1 million. Joules. So this is our Q, and we know from the question that the power or the radiation absorbed is 1200 watts. So we know that P equals to 1200 watts. So we also know that P equals to from units, the units of P are joules per second. So that's joules per unit time. So that's So that's Q over T. So T time equals to Q over P. So we know what Q is, we know what P is, so we just do that calculation. So that's 5.1 million joules divided by 1200 joules per second. So the second comes up because it's per second, so the second goes up here to give us a value of 4250 seconds. Now if you want to convert this into minutes, you just divide this by 60, which you just divide that by 60, so 4250 divided by 60 is the final answer is 70.8 minutes. So it takes the alligator 1 hour and 10 minutes approximately to warm up his 300 kilogram body by 5 degrees Celsius in the morning sun. What a great life. Life of a gator.